Hey everyone, I'm Guy Powell and welcome back to another exciting episode of Backstory on Marketing and AI. But before we dive in, please swing by prorelevant.com to sign up so you never miss an upcoming episode or podcast. And definitely check out my upcoming book, The AI Marketing Machine, available soon at marketingmachine.prorelevant.com. Today I'm thrilled to have Alex Morgan from ClipLab Studios with us, as we're diving deep into the intersection of video, storytelling, and artificial intelligence, specifically focusing on tools like Vizard that are quietly revolutionizing how creators transform massive amounts of long-form content into short, highly effective social media clips. Alex, thank you so much for joining us on what is a very happy Friday, and we are super excited to chat about all this innovation in the content space. Before we get into the specific tools and tricks that are changing the game right now, could you walk us through your personal backstory and explain how you initially found yourself knee-deep in the world of video marketing paired with emerging artificial intelligence technologies? Absolutely, Guy. I've been immersed in video marketing for nearly 15 years, starting in agency life before moving in-house. And the constant thread through all that time has been the relentless pursuit of storytelling, figuring out that crucial mechanism to genuinely make an audience care about the message. When the first significant wave of generative AI hit the scene, similar to those initial ChatGPT versions, it didn't take long for the entire production side of our work to begin shifting, because AI dramatically accelerated so much of the tedious grunt work, allowing us to synthesize interviews, pull major themes, and prototype creative concepts in mere minutes instead of days. That efficiency boost has been a game changer because it truly frees up our skilled teams to dedicate significantly more dedicated time to the actual craft, focusing intensely on the narrative structure, the pacing, and nailing those critical emotional beats that resonate most deeply. I completely agree that storytelling is the absolute heart of any compelling video, where visuals, audio, and music must all harmonize perfectly. And while AI certainly aids in rapid iteration, before we discuss Vizard, tell us what ClipLab Studios focuses on today. We primarily operate as a video marketing studio, working mainly with B2B brands, across specialized categories like enterprise software, security, and sustainability. And over the years, we've formalized what I call the video trifecta for truly buyer-focused content. Anthems that define your why, explainers showing what and how, and endorsements which are the customer stories that validate everything. That framework makes total sense because B2B sales involve a complex web of stakeholders, recommenders, technical influencers, champions, and of course, the CFO needing to see the tangible ROI. So how do you ensure your video strategy works effectively across that entire multifaceted buying committee? The initial key is to laser focus on building your core assets for your primary ideal customer profile. And then you systematically repurpose that strong foundation, pulling 15-second social hooks from a 90-second anthem, or creating a CFO-facing ROI snippet, all while maintaining a consistent tone through a flexible content toolkit. That consistent tone and the ability to mix and match assets is precisely why tools that help you efficiently chop and schedule content at a massive scale become such monumental multipliers in today's fast-paced content environment. Right, because the sheer task of scrubbing through hours of long interviews and raw footage to find those gems is incredibly time-consuming. So where exactly does AI step in to assist and streamline that complex part of your creative process? AI is integrated almost everywhere in our process, but it must be used with nuance. It excels at research synthesis, like surfacing themes from competitor content or digesting stakeholder interviews, but we strictly treat it like a valuable team member that suggests options while humans retain the final creative decision-making authority. One major friction point we constantly observe is that clients often either don't know which videos to prioritize, or they have an unrealistic expectation that a single hero video will magically solve all their marketing needs, when in reality, that hero is just the starting line for a much larger, interconnected ecosystem of necessary assets. That's a perfect segue into the practical application of what you called an intelligent editing and publishing workflow, because many creators today are utterly flooded with long-form content like webinars and podcasts, and they desperately need a streamlined way to extract high-performing short clips. Let's get practical about that workflow. If we have a recorded 60 to 90-minute customer discussion, what are the exact steps you take now, leveraging AI, to transform that into a pipeline of scheduled, ready-to-publish clips? A very common workflow involves uploading the raw file to tools that instantly transcribe it, mark timestamps, and even suggest initial bite-sized clips based on conversational peaks, after which we humans select the best ones, apply on-brand captions, tweak the hook for maximum impact, and then queue them for automated scheduling across all relevant social channels. That sounds incredibly efficient, but out there in the market, there are a ton of different tools available now. Which ones are you actually seeing provide tangible daily help, and conversely, Where do you find that some of these solutions consistently fall short of expectations? The landscape is crowded, with some platforms being great at single tasks like slick AI voiceovers, others being overly complex enterprise suites that slow down daily work, and yet others being purely generative visual platforms that lack crucial integration with the rest of the content lifecycle. This is where a platform like Vizard becomes a genuinely useful part of our stack, because it directly solves the creator's biggest pain point: auto-generating viral-ready clips from longform. And its real magic comes from the combination of automated clip discovery, the auto-scheduling cadence setter, and the centralized content calendar, which removes massive amounts of manual effort without forcing us into rigid templates. I hear this question often. When using tools to speed up the process, is there a genuine risk that the resulting content starts to feel robotic, overly similar to competitors, or loses the unique brand distinctiveness we all work so hard to cultivate? That is a critical question, because efficiency is great, but it should never replace the foundational need for on-brand DNA. We always ensure humans inject custom hooks and refined captioning, using AI only for the heavy lifting, like initial clip selection. So the tool serves the story, not the other way around. What about for clients in highly regulated or cautious sectors like healthcare or finance? Are they hesitant to adopt any content that has an element of AI generation? And how do you navigate those compliance concerns? Some are certainly hesitant, so in those regulated spaces, we treat AI strictly as an assistant in the backroom for summarization and asset inventory. But for any direct customer testimonials or hard performance claims, we insist on human-verified, live-action copy to ensure total compliance is maintained. Let's talk about the bottom line, because clients always ask if this technology will save money or simply allow us to speed things up without any real fiscal benefit. What is your take on the actual return on investment here? It delivers both, by creating efficiency gains that lower the cost per asset produced, and more importantly, by unlocking volume, allowing us to post more frequently and run more A/B tests on hooks and formats, which ultimately leads to better engagement and improved conversion rates. That makes sense, but a common concern in this space is that if everyone uses these tools, the entire market will soon be flooded with nearly identical AI-generated clips. So how does a brand actually manage to stand out amidst all that inevitable content noise? You are absolutely correct that volume is exploding, and the true antidote to noise is genuine connection. This means focusing relentlessly on a strong, specific hook, making sure the audience feels directly seen by your message, and iterating based on performance data to double down on the emotional beats that truly land. Okay, for someone just starting out in marketing today, who recognizes the need to master video, what is the single most important piece of practical advice you would give them to get started effectively? You absolutely must get your hands dirty by shooting content on your phone, putting a decent microphone on yourself to record a short explainer about something you truly care about, learning the basics of editing, like trimming and captioning, and mastering one tool for scaling, whether it's a traditional editor or a smart auto editor like Vizard. That is solid advice. And finally, can you share a couple of concrete, real-world campaign examples where leveraging Vizard or similar automation tools acted as a genuine game changer for your clients' results? Certainly, we had a client with a weekly technical webinar where we used clip discovery to extract 5 high-energy moments and create targeted explainers, resulting in a 4 times increase in engagement. And we also automated turning dozens of customer interviews into testimonial clips that sales could instantly embed in outreach sequences, boosting conversion rates significantly. That's precisely the kind of tangible, real-world outcome that shows AI is not here to replace human creativity, but rather acts as a powerful force multiplier, allowing you to be more experimental, more consistent, and far more prolific, as long as you keep humans firmly steering the creative direction. Alex, I really appreciate you taking the time to share such valuable insights with our audience today. And where can our viewers best find you? ClipLab Studios? And maybe even that practical playbook you mentioned. I'm very active on LinkedIn most days. You can see our portfolio at cliplab.studio. And for those seeking practical templates for video planning, we have a free ungated playbook called Funnel Focus that maps specific video types to every buyer stage. So please feel free to download and remix it for your own use. Awesome. And to everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Head over to prorelevant.com for more great content. And if you are serious about turning long video into a steady stream of short, high-impact content, definitely look into tools that automate the heavy lifting, but always ensure a human expert is steering the final story.